What's up, kings and queens? It's your boy Dan from Daft Previews, and I'm here to take you through 4 NBA player props on this upcoming 2-game slate. If it's your first time checking out the channel, I'll let you know I do videos like this every single night where we preview players, talk about their form lines, the things I like, the things I don't, the things you need to take into consideration to give you all the information that you need to make the best bets possible. Now, in the last slate, 2-game slate, started off extremely well in that Pacers versus Knicks game. Only had bets on Brunson, over 34.5 points and under 8.5 assists. Both of those cashed relatively easy. Then we jumped into this Timberwolves versus Nuggets game, and things did not go according to plan. We only landed one winning bet in that one. Jamal Murray under 22.5 points. That was very easy. But the ones that we lost, they lost pretty easily as well. So Jokic didn't get close to his points line. Jaden McDaniels didn't get close to his points and rebounds line. And Mike Conley didn't get close to his PRA. So pretty much a no-sweat day. Everything either lost like this or won like that. So, look, 3-3, not the worst day on the books, but hopefully we can find some winners in this next set. So, firstly, you probably would have noticed, if you've seen my videos before, that this video is a lot shorter than what I normally produce. And the reason why, I've got to be honest here, is I'm exhausted as hell. I did not want to create any content tonight. I've been getting 3 to 4 hours of sleep every night since these playoffs have started. It's been grueling. So, I'm starting to get a little bit burnt out. So I'm going to do a quicker video on this one, sleep early, get some work done tomorrow, and then get back into the lab and grind out some detailed content for you. So for today's video, I'll be referring to the playerpropshop.com. If you haven't heard of them before, they do detailed analysis for all your favorite sports. There's a whole team of expert tippers. They not only give you the prop, but they give you details as to why you should take it. So I'll be taking the 4 NBA props they have up at the moment, talking through those, going through it on Outlier, see which one we like the best, and that's ultimately what I'm going to bet on. Now, if you're interested in looking at the playerpropshop.com, they actually have a sale on at the moment. I've already signed up for it, but you can get their yearly subscription for $199 US. That's normally $500. This sale is only running until the 12th of May. So feel free to check it out. They have different packages available, but value for money is definitely on that yearly subscription. I'm definitely going to be using this for MLB once the NBA is over. Secretly, I've been using it for the MLB already, and it has been winning me quite a few bets. So feel free to check that out. Link in the video description below. Now let's preview these 4 players. Let's go. All right, the first game on this slate is the Cleveland Cavaliers versus the Boston Celtics. Celtics 11.5-point favorites. Jarrett Allen still a game time decision. Busted ribs, and Kristaps Porzingis is still out for the Boston Celtics. So it feels like the Celtics haven't played in such a long time, and I'm somewhat happy about that. I hate betting on their games. But heading over to, before we get to the playerpropshop.com, what's my casual take on this? The Celtics should absolutely slam Cleveland. We had to work hard, 7 games against the Magic, whereas the Celtics, pretty easy first-round series against the Heat. They should be fresh. They should be raring to go. Cleveland in the first quarter could be a good play. There could be a little bit of an ambush to start that game, but Boston ultimately wins it. Now, having a look at the player prop shop, there's 2 plays in this game that they're looking at. So I'll jump into the player prop. I'll read what their description is. Then I'll do my own analysis on it to see whether I agree. And the reason why I'm doing this is how I would encourage you to not only, if you're using the player prop shop, how to use them, but even if you're following anybody's picks, if you're following people on YouTube or Instagram or X or Discord servers, whatever it is, when they put a play up, do your own due diligence. Because at the end of the day, if that play does not hit, that is on you. That is your money lost. That's a bet that you've lost. It doesn't matter who tipped it. At the end of the day, you've made the decision to do it. So the first play that they're looking at is for Donovan Mitchell. And they're looking at it over 27.5 points. Now, here's the reasoning for Donovan Mitchell. So Mitchell seems to flip a switch when it comes to his playoff performance over 3 games. He's led the Cavaliers to victory in a grueling Game 7 series against the Magic. In his last 3 games, averaged 39 points per game. So I'll open that up, 28, 50, and 39. This includes a 50-point explosion in a loss in Game 6. Mitchell has faced off the Celtics in 2 times this year, back in December. So let me flip to the head-to-heads. Those games, he scored 29 and 30 points. Okay. Those games were on the Celtics' home court. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Needless to say, he gets busy when playing against Boston. The Cavs cannot succeed with a subpar performance from Mitchell. He will need to keep up his current pace for his team to make a serious run. The line may seem high, but Mitchell looks like he's going to go over here. So that's the analysis from the player prop shop. And as you can see, pretty much they would have done what I've done, right? They would have looked at his recent form. Last 3 games, absolutely excellent. They would have looked at his head-to-head form, and he's covered this in 5 of his last 6 games against the Celtics. He's versed them twice this season. Both of these games played within Boston, just like this game, and he scored 29 and 31 points. So he managed to do that in 35 and 40 minutes played. In those games, 22 and 24 shots attempted, 5 from 13 from 3, 2 from 8. So he didn't shoot very well from downtown, and he only got to the free throw line a little bit. So a lot of it was really just volume. 24 shots, converting at 50%. Now, looking at his more recent games against the Magic, what did he do? Look at his shot attempts, 23, 36, and 27. So a lot of shot attempts, which is good. If we look at his three-point shooting, a lot of three-pointers, not shooting a high percentage, very much like what he's done against Boston. But he has been getting to the line a lot more, 10, 6, and 17 free throw attempts. So a whole lot of aggression. The Boston Celtics aren't going to have Kristaps Porzingis in this one, so they're not going to have rim protection. I know that the Celtics haven't been great at defending guards all season. So at first glance, I don't mind this play, to be honest. Now, he's going to get more minutes in these games against Orlando. 40, 41, and 45 minutes played in their last 3. Those last 2 games against Boston, 35 and 39 minutes. Both of those games, lower minutes than he'd be expected to get in this one. Now, why does it lose if it does? Well, the Celtics favored by 11.5 points. So there is a blowout risk. There's also the fact that this is the playoffs as well. Defense is supposed to be a little bit better, a little bit tighter, right? If we look at the total points line in this game, 208 points. We look at those last 2 games, Cleveland versus Boston. We've got 223 points in that last game. We then have 233 points. So the last 2 games that he in Boston were higher scoring games. This game, the line's only at 208. And you're looking at about a 10% reduction in total points in this game. But the factor there for Donovan Mitchell is whilst the games have been lower scoring in the playoffs, his average over the last 3 games has only been going up. He's taking the lion's share of the shots, and he's the only one who seems to be able to make a bucket. So yeah, look, I don't mind this play. Know what you think? Drop it in the comment section. I'm not going to tell you which one I bet on straight away. I'll basically put what the 4 leans are. We'll put them in the comment section. I'm going to put these. Actually, this is what we're going to do right here. We're going to get interactive. I'm going to put all 4 of these leans in the comment section as their own individual comment. What I want you guys to do is go ahead and give me a thumbs up for the one that you think is going to hit, and give me a thumbs down if you think it's trash. Whichever one is whichever 2, right? 2 are the most popular from these 4 picks. Those are the ones I'm going to bet. So I'll be up at about 3 hours before the first game. Whichever one has the most likes by that time, those are the bets that I'm going to bet. And then I'll put those as the pin comment. Sound good? Capiche? Beautiful. Donovan Mitchell, over 27.5 points is the first one. Now, the second play in this game, we are heading over to Jayson Tatum. Now, for Jayson Tatum, we're looking at over 9.5 rebounds. Plus 102. So a little bit of a plus money play here for Jayson Tatum. Now, what have the player prop shop said? They said that the line here just does not make sense. It is way too low against the Cavs this season. So let me go to the head-to-head section so you can see it. Whoa! Against the Cavs this season, Tatum averaged 11.3 rebounds per game over his last 3 games. He went over this mark in all 3 games. The players have not changed his mentality when it comes to hauling in boards. Tatum is still averaging double-digit rebounds at 10.4 rebounds per game, which you can see over his last 5. 10.4 rebounds. It feels like a gimme in this spot, given his tenacity on the boards. If Jarrett Allen remains out, that's only going to help his cause. So look for him to get off to a fast start. The Celtics will not be looking to mess around with Cleveland, as they have proven to be a problem this year when you let them hang around. So take the over on Jayson Tatum rebounds. Now, it all makes sense. His form against Miami, great. This season, been an absolute beast, right? That was in the playoffs. Last 5 games, 10.4 boards. Now, his form against the Cleveland Cavaliers, played them 3 times this season, 10, 11, and 13 rebounds. Now, having a look at the rebound chances, 20, 15, and 18 rebound chances in those 3 games. If we look at his rebound chances against Miami, we're seeing 12, 11, 14, 16, and 16. So 13.8 rebound chances. Oh, God, I almost sneezed and I tried to hold it in and then now I just look like a bitch. That's how I normally sneeze. I've got a very masculine sneeze. It just didn't happen that time. But what was I saying? 13.8 rebound chances on average against the Miami Heat. Now, in those last 3 games, we're seeing 20, 15, 18. So against the Cleveland Cavaliers, Jayson Tatum has a lot more rebound chances than what he just got against the Miami Heat. So, yeah, that makes sense too. I think this looks like a great play to take the over here for Jayson Tatum for his rebounds. Let me know what you think. Thumbs up if you like it. Thumbs down if you think it's trash. Now, let's jump into the next game. It is the Dallas Mavericks versus the Oklahoma City Thunder. Now, this game, Luka Doncic's a game time decision, but he looks like he's going to play. Maxi Kleber, he looks like he's going to be out until maybe the conference finals if the Mavericks can get there. OKC, completely healthy in this one. The line in this game is OKC minus 3.5. So, total points line, 218 points. So, the first play that we're going to look at is Shai GilgeousAlexander. Now, we're heading over to his PRA. And we're looking at this under 40.5 PRA for SGA. Now, what's the playerpropshop.com got for us? SGA is one of the best scorers in the game with a 30-point average during the regular season. We all know that he can go off at any time. He's even above average when it comes to assists at 6.2 per game. His rebounding is solid at 5.5 rebounds per game. So why are we taking the under in this spot? Well, it's because the against Dallas, sorry, far out, I can't read. Against Dallas, he's scoring down significantly. Now, during the regular season, Shai GilgeousAlexander averaged 22 points, 4.8 rebounds, and 6.3 assists when playing against the Dallas Mavericks. He's gone over this line just once against Dallas this season, which you can see here. So 4 games against Dallas this season, he went over it once with a PRA of 45. Even in his first round sweep against the Pelicans in the playoffs, let's open that up, SGA went over this in just 1 game. This line is just too high. He is more than capable. He just tends not to go over with this particular line, even though his averages would say otherwise. That's why you have to look deeper than the season averages. Very interesting here. Fading SGA at home in the playoffs against the Dallas Mavericks. So, firstly, what do I see in this game? Yes, in the 4 games against the Pels, he only covered this once. And the main reason he went under this, his points dropped off. He only exceeded 30 points once in that series. Looking a little bit deeper, the minutes, pretty good. Field goal attempts, 24, 19, 20, and 21. Yeah, not too bad. Field goal percentage, not great. Free throws, got to the line quite a bit, but he didn't shoot very well in the game where he went over a lot. So the most free throws he made in a game in that series was 7. Now, if you look at the head-to-head matchups against Dallas, what do we see? Minutes-wise, 38, 29, 37, and 15.9. So the thing about this series against Dallas, or the 4 games this season, I think Luka and Kyrie only played 1 game together, so there were quite a few blowouts. But the 1 game where Luka and Kyrie played together, Dallas won that game by 35 points. And in that game, SGA had 25 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, going under this PRA. So, yeah, I can see the under here. But if we just have a look, playoffs games, minutes are there, 19 field goal attempts. Okay, in these games against Dallas, what did he get? 13 shots, 16 shots, 16, and 11. So the field goal attempts weren't there against the Dallas Mavericks throughout the regular season, but we are in the playoffs. Now, the Dallas Mavericks, somewhat healthy. Defensively, the Mavericks have been excellent. The line's only 3.5 points. So this game is going to be close. And if it's close, you'd expect SGA to get more minutes. Now, who's going to be defending SGA? My money's on, who is it, Derek Jones Jr.? So I think he'll probably pick him up most likely. Kyrie's too small. Luka's too slow. Yeah, so it's going to be DJ. And who is a great defender? He's probably a slight bit taller than SGA. He's got length, athleticism. So it'd be interesting to see how this plays out. And yeah, look, I can see the under happening. I just think this is probably a really painful bet to take because SGA can get buckets. The problem is he didn't get many against Dallas and he didn't get enough to cover this line as often as you would like against the New Orleans Pelicans. Now, Dallas defensively in the last 2 months have been excellent. Their season data makes them look average, but in the last 2 months, Dallas has been up there as one of the best teams defensively in this competition. So I get it. I can definitely see the under happening for SGA. But as always, let me know. Thumbs up, thumbs down in that comment section. If you're brave enough to take this SGA under 40.5 with me, remember the most popular going to win. And that's where I'll be throwing my money down. Now, the last one, Kyrie Irving over 4.5 rebounds. Okay, let's take a look. What do we got right here? Kyrie over 4.5 boards. So what's the player prop shop got for us? Welp, the line has gone back down. So we'll go ahead and take that money. Irving averaged 5.4 rebounds per game in his first playoff series against the Clippers. For the season, he averaged 5 rebounds per contest. Why would you take the under here? It just doesn't make sense. Irving played in 2 games against the Thunder this season, going for 6 and 4 rebounds. He has a knack for the ball. And if Irving gets just 1 offensive rebound, then this one is going over without question. So looking at the games against the Clippers, he covered this line in 4 of the 6 games. The 2 games he went under, he finished with 4 rebounds. Looking at his rebound chances, the games where he finished with 4 rebounds, he only had 6 rebound chances. Now, if we look at the head-to-head matchups, played OKC twice this year, so 6 and 4 rebounds. Rebound chances averaging 8.5 per game, so 7 in one, 10 in the other. This is the playoffs after all. So in these games, he played 35 minutes. Looking at his last 5 games, he's averaging 40 minutes per night. So we should get more minutes. He's averaging 9.2 rebound chances, which is also higher than what he got in the regular season against OKC. The odds for this are at minus 140. So the favorite is the over on this one for Kyrie Irving. And based on what I'm looking at here, I would back that. I think it does go over. Now, the issue is the odds for this are only at minus 140. So this is probably a better play for your fantasy plays, your sleeper, chalkboard, prize picks. If they do have a more option for Kyrie Irving to go over 4.5 rebounds, then that's definitely a play that you could look at. But just like the others, I'll put this in the comment section below. Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down for these different picks. Whichever one gets the most thumbs up, then those are the ones that I'm going to be playing. So I apologize if I haven't gone into as much detail as you would normally like to see. But as I said earlier, man, I am gassed and I am fatigued. But let me plug this shit real quick. So all these picks came from the playerpropshop.com. The link's in the video description below. I also have a Calendly invitation in the link below. For the next 8 days after tomorrow, I will have some free time because I've got some time off work. And if you want to do some coaching around sports betting, bankroll management, strategy, how to use Outlier, feel free to book me in. There is a small fee because I'm trading my time for money. There's been quite a few of you guys who have already booked in, which is really good to see. I encourage you, when you do book it in, there's a question that says, what are some things that we need to prepare for? Just put it in there, put some comments in there about the things you want to work on. Is it bankroll management? Is it strategy? Is it how to use Outlier or how to use any other tools? The more context you give, the easier the session is going to run. Now, I wish you guys the best of luck. Let me know which ones you want to play. When I wake up in the morning, whichever ones are most popular, that's what I'm going to be betting on. So I'm trusting you guys to make the best decision here. Get me the best props you can. I'll catch you lads in the next one. Peace.
Up to the channel cause your boy's getting busy. Coming to your line from the west side of Sydney. We've got the free picks and the juice on the daily. It's all free, you don't even have to pay me.